Let's throw it over to ROTC to talk a little bit about the events of September 11th, 2001.
We want to tell you what we know as we know it. We just got a report in that there's been some sort of explosion at the World Trade Center in New York City. One report said, and we can't confirm any of this, that a plane may have hit one of the two towers of the World Trade Center. But again, you're seeing the live pictures here. We have no further details than that. We don't know anything about what they have concluded happened there this morning.
Today we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
On September 11th, 2001, 19 terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airlines scheduled to travel from the East Coast to California. The hijackers crashed the first 2 planes into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City and aimed the next 2 flights towards targets in or near Washington, D.C. in an attack on the nation's capital. The September 11th attacks killed 2,977 people, making it the deadliest terrorist attack in history. Today, we remember the brave souls who lost their lives during the attacks and fearless people and first responders who rescued individuals during and after the attacks.
All right, so we are here with
Anthony Velarde.
What's your rank and how long did you serve for?
So I am a retired first sergeant, and I served for a little over 20 years in the United States Marine Corps.
What were you doing on 9/11?
Oh, I was actually down in San Diego going through some training. I was getting up in the morning because it was out here on the West Coast. It was around 05:30. And I had a roommate, and we were getting ready to do some PT, it's physical training, putting on my shoes. And I remember looking at the news, and all of a sudden it was a plane crashed into the one of the towers, and didn't think too much of it. And then next thing you know, there was another plane. And then so we kind of got word to go meet up at another location, and from there it was just kind of chaotic. So I was doing some training down in San Diego. I was already in the Marine Corps.
What's the significance of 9/11?
Well, there's a lot of significance. It was the day the world changed, especially for us Americans. Besides some of the things that were implemented, like the Patriot Act and the creation of the Department of Homeland Security. It was pretty significant because we, as Americans, came together to fight terror, and we started the war on terror, and we're still fighting that war today.
What message would you like to share with the students and viewers on this anniversary?
Well, I a few years ago had the opportunity to go on to the USS Somerset, and that ship, it's an LPD down in San Diego, and the ship is dedicated to the passengers on United Flight 93. And it was the plane that was taken down by the heroes of Flight 93 and went down in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. And so I went on the ship with some of the survivors' parents and family and friends, and it was a humbling experience. I took some ROTC students down there, and talking to the families and hearing them talk and share their stories, it just made me feel as though we could never forget about those heroes, not just on United 93, but at the Twin Towers, the police officers, the firefighters, everyone there. We lost almost 3,000 lives that day. And so we could never forget that because we're still fighting the war on terror. And there was many heroes that day. And we've continued to have people fighting for this country because of what happened on 9/11.
Thank you so much for this interview.
Oh, thank you.
That was a very informative segment. It's always important to never forget what happened that day.
It's always good to go ahead and spend the time to reflect.
Well, that's all we got for you guys today.
Thank you so much for watching.
And like always, have a good day, MLK.